back to Working Moms Easy Meals. I'm Margarita Amplo with MCA Consulting, and we have Rachel here back with us from Epicure. Thanks for joining us again.
Happy to be back. So we are all about quick and easy meals. 20 minutes or less is our goal. So we're going to cook up a Mexican fiesta today.
Awesome, awesome. I love Mexican food, even though I'm Italian. I love Mexican.
That's okay. It's good to branch out.
Right. So what do we have here? So we've got some chicken and some peppers in the Epicure container here.
Yep, multi-purpose steamer. We've got chicken cut up and peppers cut up, ready to cook for our fajitas. So we're going to make fajitas in the steamer. We're going to make guacamole and salsa to go on top, because what's a fajita without the fixings, right?
Right.
And then we're going to have some pumpkin pie tartlets for dessert.
Love it. I love pumpkin, so I requested this.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. She said, I want pumpkin. What else are you going to make? So we're going to put this aside, and we're going to go ahead and get the pumpkin pie mix started.
Okay.
So we've got a pot, and we're going to add our seasoning, which I was.
Smells really good. Yeah.
And then we're gonna wait on the pumpkin. We're gonna add we have a can of coconut milk, and we're gonna take this over to the stove, and we're gonna bring this to a boil.
Okay, great.
And it shouldn't take too long.
Take that from you.
Yep. So while Margarita does that, she's going to bring that to a boil, stirring it frequently, and we're going to take it off the heat, and then we're going to add a can of pumpkin, just plain pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie filling, just plain pumpkin. And we're going to combine that all, and then we're going to pour it. We've got some little phyllo dough crusts here, so we're just doing little tartlets, and we're going to pop them in the. It says to refrigerate for about an hour. We're going to pop them in the freezer and see if we can get them to set a little bit before we wrap up our dinner, so we can have dessert all ready to go. Some things that I love about Epicure, like on a personal note, is the low sugar concept. So even though this is a dessert, we aim to be 100 calories or less per serving. So this is a great option to keep your calories down, and it's all natural sugars. There's none of the artificial stuff in there. So this is coconut cane sugar, organic coconut cane sugar, and coconut palm sugar. So it's none of that white bleached bad stuff, right? So this is gonna be super easy to whip up this pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
There's alternatives where you can make this as like a pumpkin pie fluff, where you make it with like Cool Whip and cream cheese. And you can do like ginger snaps or something fun like that to dip in them. So it's a super fun, and again, I love that you can do this and make it for a dessert for a fancy occasion or just for after dinner.
Right, and it's quick and easy. That's what we like.
That is what I'm all about. Margarita loves the fact that I love to say I hate to cook. And that's true. Epicure for me makes it tolerable and makes it something I can do.
Yeah. Do you think this is stirred enough? It just has to boil.
Just has to boil. Yep. Over.
Just about there.
Right.
Okay.
That'll help it thicken up.
Okay, great. And then once that's done, that's when we add the.
We'll pull that off the heat. We'll add the pumpkin to it. Mix that all. Blend that all together, and then we can spoon it into our little phyllo cups. Protect the counters.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
How are we looking over there? And so this is also a dairy-free dessert too. Since we're using coconut milk, it's all dairy-free.
You can use regular dairy, like regular milk.
You know, this recipe calls for coconut milk, and I think the coconut milk is what helps thicken it. So I'm not entirely sure how this would turn out if you use something like an almond milk.
Right.
But I think regular
milk is a good alternative. It's healthier.
Yeah.
It really is.
Coconut.
I'm trying to stay away from dairy as much as possible. Yes.
Yeah. So it makes it a nice option. It's nice. Allergy friendly, and you can always I like to also use our shortbread cookies as a crust sometimes to make it, because those are gluten free, so you can make them with a gluten free crust, or you can get one of those. You can find gluten free crusts in the store, so you can make a whole pie out of it.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
Super
So
versatile.
regular size pie, like
Yep.
a eight,
Yep,
9
I think
inch?
it says, I
Okay.
think it actually says a 9-inch prepared shell.
Oh,
So
okay, perfect.
you can do that, and it's no bake. So these are already pre-cooked, so we don't need to do anything with that.
Right, right.
You buy a pre-baked crust, or you make your own crust and
Mhm.
bake that ahead of time. This is just the setting it
Okay,
and forget.
awesome.
That's another one of my favorite
it's
things.
boiled.
All right.
Boiling now, so that's good. And I love how we always start with dessert first.
Life's too short, I'm telling you.
Okay, this is hot.
All right,
Right, here we go.
excellent. So we're just going to go ahead and add our can of pumpkin. Again, just regular pumpkin, no pie filling. It's just a matter of getting it all out of the.
Yeah.
Should have gotten us out of here before we started.
I wasn't sure whether to get the bigger one or that size, so that's.
Oh, I'm
the
glad you
perfect
got this size. It's the right
Okay,
size. Yeah,
okay,
small
perfect.
can, like the same size as the coconut milk.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
You know what? If you would hand me the whisk.
That's what I was gonna say. I think the whisk would be easier. There we go.
Right. I'll use this to scrape this out later. All right. So as you can see, that's all nice and thick. All that pumpkin-y goodness.
Yeah.
Smells amazing.
I know. I love pumpkin. I can have pumpkin pie all year long.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Yeah. No.
It's just a matter of finding the can of pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got this all blended up.
Cool.
So
you
how
just
easy was
put-
that, right?
And then you just put them in here.
We're gonna
Wow.
put some in the
That's
crust.
awesome.
Like, so if you're doing a full pie,
Mhm.
you would just toss this in your pie crust. Since we're doing these little things.
Cute little desserts.
Phyllo dough. These were in the frozen section, right?
Right, they're in the
Store.
frozen section, yeah.
So you defrosted them.
Yeah, I've never used these before, so this is my first time.
All right. And you never had this pumpkin pie filling before?
No.
So this is all new.
Yeah. Oh, it smells amazing.
Wish we could get some of it.
Smell-o-vision, right?
Someday. So as you can, I don't know if you can see inside this pot, but this makes a lot.
Yeah, it does.
I know Margarita got 2 packs of these. We're only gonna fill one for now.
But I could probably use the other pack, yeah, for sure.
Definitely use the other pack, if not more. It costs, as we said, 1 9-inch pie crust.
So if I wanted to save that, can I put that in the fridge, the pie filling?
Absolutely.
And then just warm it up before I use it again, like try
Yeah,
to
you would
fill
see.
something,
Yeah, you could see
Okay.
how thick it is, because obviously we'll thicken in the fridge,
Right.
because that's how we're doing this.
Yeah.
But it would, yeah, warming it up, you could pour it into something else, or you might be able to just scoop it into something else, just kind of like shake it out.
Yeah, got it.
So,
I
all
can
right.
just put it on the stove.
We're gonna move that
Stove
out of the
for now.
way. So dessert just has to sit and chill.
Yeah.
That's done.
Awesome.
Easy?
Easy.
Easy. Yay!
What's next?
All right, so now we're gonna make dinner.
Okay.
So as we said, this is our multi-purpose steamer. It'll do just about anything you want in here. Rice, potatoes, ground meats, chicken, you name it. I in fact
I
challenge
use it a
people.
lot, yeah.
I
it's
challenge people to
amazing.
tell me what do you think I can't make?
Right.
So I've
I
even
think
done
I've
a whole
even seen
chicken.
lasagna made
Yes.
in this.
Yes,
yeah.
you do.
I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, I'm curious. Yeah.
20 minutes.
Have you done it?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
And it's great?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
I mean, you know, but it's all about the spices, right? So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spices do make it taste lasagna-y.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, the noodles, I mean, everything works out really well.
Right.
I've actually done a whole chicken too,
Okay.
in about 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
In your microwave. Crazy stuff.
Awesome.
All right, so 100% food grade silicone. As we said, we've already got the chicken and peppers cut up in here, and we're going to add our fajita seasoning, which has 0 sodium in it. So that's something that if you compare to the store brands, you're going to find a boatload of sodium in,
Oh,
those,
yeah.
in that stuff. So this has no sodium. It's actually a brand new jar, so this is quite full. So we're just going to take, I love our 4-in-1 spoon because it fits in the jars. And we're just going to take a tablespoon and put it on top. Let me see. It says this says right on the jar. Recipe is right on the jar, so there's no scooting around for anything. A pound of chicken, some peppers, and 2 tablespoons of seasoning. So I'm going to add just a little bit more in there. And that's it. I'm just going to literally give this a shake. I always make sure my steam vents are away from the handles.
Smells good.
Again, things smell good, right? So all I did was shake that up, mix it up a little bit. Let's pop that in for, let's start with 4 minutes.
Okay.
And again, as I always say, I don't expect it to be done in 4 minutes, but I will then take a moment to mix it up and see if it needs 2 or 4 more.
Right.
I generally think with all microwaves, general rule of thumb is about 8 minutes for this meal, 6 to 8. So
Got it.
so while that's cooking, hands off. You're not standing over the stovetop, you know, making sure it's not splattering. We can make our fixings.
Awesome.
So we're going to make some salsa with a can of diced tomatoes. Easy, right? All we gotta do is pour a can of diced tomatoes in, and then we're gonna use our poco picante salsa mix. This is a great blend. How do you feel about spice and hot? What's your level of spiciness?
Medium. I mean, my husband will probably like more, but medium is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
This has some big kick to it.
Okay.
I use a tiny bit. My husband would pour the whole jar in.
Right. Yeah.
He actually has a grinder lid that you can put on top, and he grinds it on everything to spice things up. So not just for salsa, he'll put it on
anything,
and he'll taste something and be like, yep, I need to. Where's that poco picante? I'm gonna put that on here. So it's not just for salsa. You can smell the heat.
Yeah.
So this actually calls for 2 tablespoons for a cup of diced tomatoes. I am not going to put that much in here. I'll probably do a tablespoon, and I would so my suggestion is to then tweak it as need be, and maybe I'll leave this jar with you so you can add more if you need to. Depending on everyone else's tastes. But that's the great thing is you can use a little bit, and then you can always add more. You know what we're gonna do in that microwave, peeps? We're gonna add the beans because we forgot to do that.
Okay. Cool. And then another 4 minutes should be fine with that.
Yes,
right?
perfect.
Okay,
It'll actually be perfect. All right.
The recipe didn't call for beans, but we like black beans, so we're adding.
That was the
beans.
added.
Yes.
Can we add those? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to follow the recipe. You don't have to follow any recipe.
And you don't put no salt or anything in this. You don't need it.
Nope,
Okay,
doesn't need it.
great.
And if you find it does, you can add what you need. Yep, this was just our poco picante, which has just 80 milligrams in a serving of salt, of sodium. So it's super low. This is also really good with like a black bean and corn salsa, or even a fruit salsa, and I can't think of what kind of fruits at the moment. But so it goes beyond just throwing it into tomatoes.
Yeah.
And as I said, my husband will
Right. Oh yeah.
grind us like it's salt on everything. So
Cool.
so there's our salsa, quick and easy and done. And then we're gonna make our guacamole, and we have 2 avocados already mashed up. Not difficult to do, right? And this calls for, let me see, I think it says 3 tablespoons of dip mix. I actually use about a tablespoon per avocado.
Okay.
Is usually okay for me. I don't feel like it needs a whole lot more, but again, you can taste it and find out. So we've mashed up the avocado, and we add the seasoning, and your guacamole is done.
Wow. Okay.
So,
great.
you know, you're saving time, you're saving money, because if you buy that guacamole from the store, you buy your salsa from the store.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you. Do you always use all the salsa?
No. Yeah.
I get to like, you know, 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have tacos, salsa.
Yeah.
It's moldy. Whoops.
Yeah.
So this way, you know, you can make 1 avocado, 2 avocados, 6 avocados. You know, you can just make
Do
what you
whatever you want,
need,
yeah.
and you don't have all that waste.
Awesome.
So that was quick and easy for our guacamole. And also, you can add a splash of lime. You can squeeze a lime into each one of those. And
Oh yes, I did get lime.
You did,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go get.
so if you want to get one, I don't know if you
Yeah.
have a citrus press or anything, or if we just want to squeeze them in. I forgot my citrus press. Oh, I'm going to grab that chicken out. As we open this, I don't know if you can see all that steam coming out of there. So again, this cooks from everything within. The water inside of your vegetables and your proteins is what's going to actually cook your food. So I'm just going to mix this up to see. Yep, and I can tell just as predicted, it is not quite done. I'm just gonna mix it up because that'll help spread it out a little more even. I always suggest doing about halfway through your cooking time to just give it a check. But you can see how moist, I hope you can see how moist and delicious that's all looking. So I'm going to go ahead and add that can of black beans. So upping our protein, a little bit of variety, adding right in there, and this will be perfect. I'm gonna do this for 4 more minutes. Perfect. Perfect timing. All right, so I'm gonna pop this back in for 4 more minutes. Do our guacamole and salsa. So lime, citrus can actually be a flavor enhancer. I don't know if you knew that. Salt is a flavor enhancer, but if you can't do salt, you can actually use a citrus to bring out the flavor in things. So, but it also kind of, I think, tames some of the heat sometimes as well. So, great little tip about citrus options, lemons and limes. Just add them in, and it'll bring out your flavor. Yeah, we can just squeeze them on in. Forgot our citrus press.
It's okay. I always use my hands.
I can do that one on this one.
Or you put it in there too. Okay.
Yep. Hypothetically. You're way
Wants to
better at
come
that
out
than I am.
here.
Tune in next time and I'll bring my citrus press.
There you go. Okay, just a little bit of that flavor I think
Yeah.
is great.
And our guacamole, like as I said, our coco picante is more for just salsa. Our guacamole is more than just guacamole. This is a fantastic blend in egg salad or on fish.
Wow. Okay.
And it actually tells you right on there, like seasoned seafood, fish, eggs, rice. So just like our coco picante can be used in more than just tomatoes, our guacamole seasoning can be used in more than just avocados. It makes a great blend for even like your egg salad or your fish. And what I love is that there's just additional options right on the jar. So right there it tells you seafood, fish, eggs, rice, tuna. So when you make your rice in your steamer, you can actually add some seasoning to it.
Okay.
And again, this is super low in sodium. 60 milligrams, I think.
Yeah, when we make rice, would you also add like some oil to it as well? No, just that.
I would just do the water and some seasoning.
Oh,
Our broths,
awesome.
our broths are really good for that. Like
Okay.
our ramen broth and our vegetable broth mix to mix in with
To
your
mix
rice.
in with the rice? Okay.
Gives it just a
I'll
little bit of
try that.
seasoning. I actually made one recently with a coconut milk seasoning, coconut milk and what did I use? Our poke bowl seasoning in with the rice and cooked it like that. Added some more water to make it the right amount of water.
Nice.
But just a little something different. So yeah, just add that to whatever you want.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
All right, it looks like we
Almost
are
done here.
almost
Yeah.
done.
Oh, and you went ahead and put that in there?
I did. I put the beans in. I remembered.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. And you know, if it moves away, the steam might get you too. So
Yeah.
and sometimes I put it on a plate when I put it in the microwave, and then that way you can just look at it like that. So as you can see, again, all the steam coming right out of there.
It smells good.
Everything cooked from within.
Nice.
And we'll just mix this up, and I have no doubt that was 4 minutes. 4 more minutes, and this is. I have no doubt that this is done. We'll just take a peek in the middle. I mean, looking at how easy that
Oh
just.
yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Perfectly done. You can see all the juices actually with that bean bowl. Just to show you, I know we've done this on other videos, but the how you can fold it and pinch it, and you can pour that juice out. And I don't want to pour all the juice out because it's the fajita seasoning and that, but it's not so much the
But at
grease.
least that way, yeah.
But when you're cooking like a ground meat in there and the grease is all at the bottom, you just pinch and fold and pour it out. So
great.
actually, we'll just put that back in.
Awesome.
All right.
Great.
So let's serve it up. We have a tortilla shell.
Yep. Let me grab it. Use the store-bought ones.
Yeah.
And then we got a nice plate. Plate.
You can use any kind of tortillas you want. You can use big ones, little ones. This one actually says perfect for sizzling griddled chicken fajitas. So we got the ones perfect for fajitas.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just hold up 2. There's some.
I actually have one of those fajita things. Right there.
Chicken in there, the peppers, And again, we cook the chicken and the peppers and the beans all together in one
I
go.
think it's easier to just stick
Oh.
it in here, so it's not easier to.
Haha.
There we go.
Look at that.
That's
All
nice.
right, perfect.
Cool.
And then we don't have to worry about them falling over, and we'll add salsa. And of course, you can add whatever else you'd like to this. Like I would add sour cream and cheese, and you know, maybe some lettuce.
The guacamole looks great.
I will eat this for lunch. Like I'll take an avocado and mash it up
Yeah.
with the guacamole, and that would be like lunch. Or you can actually, if you use avocado in egg salad in place of mayonnaise,
Oh yeah.
it's a really good meal. All right, so there's that. Our fajita
And I
seasoning.
just remembered, I did put it in the fridge. I didn't put it in the freezer.
All right, well, let's get it out and
unfortunately.
see where it
let's
is.
See what it looks like. Yeah.
Pumpkin pie bites.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm taking one of those lesser
Yeah.
filled ones, and so
And then
those
you can
will
always put a
continue
little
to
bit of
set.
a little bit of
A little bit of Cool Whip or
Cool
whipped
Whip
cream.
or whipped cream on top of
Absolutely.
it. That's awesome.
Super
And
yummy.
that's dinner.
That's dinner and dessert.
Yes.
So
That's wonderful.
and I wasn't timing how long that took, but I will say right now, it is 2:49, and I got to your house at 2:00,
Right.
and we spent some time talking and getting
yes.
things together and setting
Right,
up.
yeah.
So definitely less than 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And of course, with less talking, it makes it go faster too.
Yeah.
But a tip that you can do is in the morning or the night before, you can chop your chicken and your vegetables and even put your beans and put the fajita seasoning in here. Pop this in the fridge. So if you're, you know, at work all day and you just want to come home and you just want to make it even easier,
Right.
like this wasn't easy enough,
Right.
right?
And then just pop it in.
Pop it
You're done.
out. Yep. Pop it right in. You can have that prepared ahead of time, or you can, you know, while that's in there, you know, prep that, or while that's in the fridge, you go change. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You know, tell the kids it's time for set the table.
Yeah.
So super quick, super easy.
Awesome.
Done.
Great. Well, I appreciate you joining us today.
Absolutely.
And
It's my
definitely
pleasure.
come back soon.
Yeah, we've already started
It's
on the plan.
amazing. Yes, we already have something else coming up soon. So, thanks for joining us. Let us know how you like this and what's the best way for them to get a hold of you.
Yeah, my website is the best way. It's rachelbyerly.epicure.com. And I have a Facebook group called Rachel's Epic Cooking. And those are the two best ways to see what's going on.
Great, and I'll definitely include that on the bottom of this video. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon. Woolie's ready too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Okay.